You know, I am not challenged as in suffering from very serious mental disorders, right? I accept the challenge of my life, I suppose. And look at the door, right? It's closed physically, but it's also closed as in wearing clothing. Okay, we want to speak about that. What I'm trying to say is that it's closed up. If I do have a lisp, so it does kind of affect the way I speak. I can take care of that later on. What I'm trying to say is that the spiritual door is no longer open and it's locked, as per some visions that I've seen. That just means I don't have to be on that level of spirituality where I literally allow spirits to be entering and leaving and be communing with different spirits. I don't have to. It doesn't have to be that way all the time. I can be more human, if you understand what I mean. Now, God is love as per the scriptures. You know, he go to John. You know, First John mostly. God is love. In Him there is no darkness at all. Say love can get things to you, right? Go to like Corinthians chapter 13 talks about what is love. Love is patient, love is kind. Love rejoices in the truth. You know, you can't really can you really deceive love? You can try to deceive love. Love. You know, there's fake love. You know, there's other people's conceptions of love, right? That could be basically perverted, but would it still be love if it's perverted? In any case, the concern here is what can love do? Now we know that you know love can be sexual when when you're getting close when you want to deal with specifically with people, it has to get that way because you know people need extra affection. You know, if you want a wife or you know if you want a wife, I want a wife, yeah, or a partner, I suppose, a spouse. You want to have children, etc. I suppose some people have to accept that, right? Say love can do a lot of other things too. You know, like what can love get to me? Love can get things to me, right? Love can get things to you. You know, I've been kind of thinking of some of my other problems. I have a lot of other problems, like uh like schizophrenia. You know, I don't say schizophrenia. I say clear audience. You know, which is spiritual hearing. You know, I hear things, physical sound, and it gets to my ears, and then it kind of translates into other types of sound where I suppose I'm getting like spiritual messagings. You know, I'm not a I'm not an occultist or I can try some esotericism a little bit, some magical rituals and whatnot, without getting out of the Christian um, sphere of things. You know, that's when I kind of think a little bit more about my problems and how I want to approach my problems. One of them, besides you know the schizophrenia, clairaudience dynamic, we also have the insomnia, right, and diabetes. Now, I was doing a little bit of some searching, right? Somebody says soul searching about diabetes, and it's an ancient disease, right? And you know, after the third time I was at the hospital, and I came back and I you know got a job, right? Went to the doctors and they diagnosed me with diabetes. They took a I did a blood test and they were like, oh, you got diabetes, and that was in 2024, right? Now come around you know 2025, I realized that you know it's a you know I'm taking some meds, right? It's not just a you know a physical condition that can be explained by science, right? It's a spiritual condition. And say by some visions and dreams, fake dreams, real dreams. I was like, oh, it's the devil. The devil brought diabetes to me. How the devil give me diabetes? So he did as a not a punishment, as a result, just in spite of dealing with his materials, and then turning back to the light side, right? And being a Christian again, and thinking that you can be a Christian without suffering from the devil's the devil's fucking mischief, right? The mysteries of Christ. In any case, it's like a spiritual state, because it's a spiritual thing, because it's like it's just the sugar in your blood that's supposed to be absorbed by the cells of the body. That's that is it's like resisting the insulin that's supposed to allow the sugar to be absorbed. And it's like that sugar like kind of represents a lot of sweet things in life. And I haven't really taken my time to think about what are the sweet things in life. Because if you say the sweet things in life, I just start thinking about woman and sex and children. But it's a, maybe it's just the small things, you know. You don't have to be always like be overcompensating and be like, oh, the really big things of life, right? Right? I only care about big things like all the gravitas, the important subjects, man, like politics and world affairs, like you hear on the news. But there's all of the small things, you know. Just the way the air feels on your face when you walk in, the sun on your cheeks, man, the sun on that woman's butt cheeks. I like the way it looks. Like it's shining, and they put in baby oil, a lot of baby oil. I like the way that looks. But what I'm saying is that the small the small pleasures, the simple pleasures of life, right? Like good tasting food. But that's a problem, isn't it? With freaking diabetes, like there's a lot of stuff like I shouldn't be eating. I do make a good effort not to eat a lot of the sweet stuff, right? So no sweets. And as for drinking, just water, you know. Yeah. What do you mean I can't enjoy the sweet stuff of life? Yeah. I remember a song by Fantasia, you know, bittersweet. When I think about you, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Say, go on X and you have a lot of these sex workers that'll be posting pictures and trying to get you to get closer to them. You pay money so you can see more of them. Maybe even travel to go meet them. Maybe, and it's like they have this phrase called "chudai wata." And I was like, I had maybe a spiritual revelation. It wasn't a vision, but it was a feeling, like feeling things without seeing them. Where somebody was tasting my water, and they said it was bittersweet to them, right? So is it the diabetes that's not letting me be sweet to people? And as per what I can hear from my heart in the spirit, they're like a lot of people are like, we don't like your manhood, we don't like your life, we don't like your manhood. Why don't you like my manhood? Why don't you like me as a man? You're all about. You're supposed to be good. Your name means the goodness of God, but and yet your brand of goodness is that which has encountered darkness, right? You have encountered so much darkness, mm, or you say negativity, that you're literally holding back the darkness every day as you face the light of God's glory upon your life. And you know the funny thing about my name, of course, and me is that my name is not it's not that rare of a name. Like just go on YouTube and type in Rere Lolua, and then you'll find a lot of other people named that have my same name, you know. And it's like the funny thing is that a lot of these people they're living in Nigeria, you know, and I'm Nigerian American. A lot of them are Nigerian, and it's like they're they could help me out with understanding what good is, you know. But the life they're living is a lot different than the life I'm living, you know. See, I could try to learn some Yoruba to kind of deal with other spiritual issues, right? I know some words in Yoruba, but to actually express myself, bueno, that's Spanish. Mm, muy caliente. Ah. That's the thing. It's lust. Did lust lead me in certain directions, right? Now, don't tell me you can find some Nigerian porn stars. I'm not searching for them because I'm not saying that this is day one, right? I'm just saying that tomorrow can be day one. Regardless, I've had enough of that brand of craziness. But what I'm saying is that lust can lead you to. See, that's the thing. Love and lust. Lust is just intense desire. Now, when lust is fulfilled, that's something else. Is it walk in the spirit so you don't fulfill the lusts of the flesh, and it goes on to say the pride of life. That's the one I focus on because the pride of life has to do with actual accomplishments in life. So I have to accomplish some things. At least let me feel a little bit of how do I what's a synonym for pride? A little bit of the swelling of my heart, you know, even the swelling of my dick, the you know mm, the weight of my balls, right? The beating of my heart, a little bit of the pride of life, okay? Because I do want to accomplish things. Now, when I say the logistics of love, I'm like, love can get things to you, right? Love can cure the even the diabetes. Yeah, God's love. Yeah, I guess. And God's love could even deal with the insomnia. Now, the funny thing with the insomnia that I be dealing with, I got some meds, right? But they're not really working, so I don't even take them. And it's like I try to sleep, but it's difficult for me to sleep. Maybe I rest for a few minutes and not wake up. The funny thing about these elephants, right? They don't. There are not a lot of elephants in Nigeria, but there are a lot of elephants in like maybe East Africa, not South Africa, mostly East Africa, right? And I guess the cultures of the people that venerate them, they speak different language, have a different culture than the Yoruba people in Nigeria. So it's kind of odd, kind of connecting with them. But one of the facts of these elephants is that they don't sleep that much. I guess in the wild they don't sleep that much because of the environment that they live in. And it's not as if they're in danger that much. It's not that many predators going after them. It's just that the environment is kind of a lot of desert. It's kind of dry. There's some watering holes and whatnot, but these elephants be not suffering, but they don't get that much sleep because the environment don't give them that much sleep. That doesn't mean that I can't get sleep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Funny thing, I've seen a lot of people with elephant tattoos, but that's just spiritual coincidences. And that certain synchronicity. I think it's more human to to like feel and to know on a spiritual level, psychological, without what other people are doing when that people are doing things as I'm doing what I'm doing. Concerning even the insomnia, it's like as per what I'm hearing in the spirit, they're saying, "Oh, we don't want you to sleep because if you sleep, right, you go into a coma." I don't know about that. Or if I sleep for real, then I'll see what's going on in my subconscious, right, and then I'll be a different type of person altogether. You understand? They say love can do a lot of things. Okay, love wants to reach out to people. Okay, I have the peace of God that passes all understanding. You know, that peace is a virtue. It's a virtue. The peace is a virtue. It's an odd virtue because I was more used to life always being a battle every day, right? But it becomes a very severe battle that affected my own mental health, right? And love can do things. Okay, you don't want me to operate in love too much because my particular brand of love mm, has seen. Okay, not experienced though. The problem just seeing, perversion can affect um the course of one's life. See, if I can end that for real, then I suppose I'll have something to say to my children. My children, yeah, my children, baby, my children, yeah, my children, born naturally, uh, through natural insemination, natural sensations. Mm. I'm gonna say it again. My children, for real. It's a little dose of belief there, right? Say, what am I gonna say to my children? Okay, what's the mystery as to attaining a spouse, a partner, or wife? You say it remains to be seen. But love can do things, right? God is love, right? You say it also has to do with my way of viewing just purchasing things. Sometimes I don't really have to go on eBay or Amazon to buy things, right? But I just like buying things off the internet. And sometimes some of these things came from all the way from China, Florida, California, you know. And I say logistics is a legit not just a field of study, but something that people do, you know. Trucks, airplanes, carrying goods and services across the country through ships, across the water, hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, right? A lot of hardworking people working hard, doing their job. They come out from amongst them. We are in the world, but not of the world. Look, I'm a part of the world, baby, but I don't have to be of the world. See, a married man has to deal with the affairs of the world, right? Can't be totally devoted to God like a freaking priest or a nun or a monk, right? See, I love God, but God first loved me so much that He gave His Son to die for me, right? God loves me with an everlasting love. Hey, God loves you. I'm telling you that God loves you. Really? So what's my pickup line? My pickup line. First of all, before I even get to a pickup line, I'll talk to other men. I'll be like, hey, hey, what's good? Say, what are you? Were you insinuating something by telling me what's good? I say, what's good, man? I just tell people what's good. What do you mean by that? What do you mean what's good? You good? It's what you it's make you how you make people feel. Like, oh, you've been to a mental hospital like 3 fucking times. So they say what's good? It's offensive. I mean, you want me to go crazy 3 times? Man? Fuck you, man. I mean, what's good? You okay? You feeling? Oh man, okay, I'm good, man. Oh, say well, okay. It's like okay. Now it's like okay. Hey, what's good, girl? I mean, I guess I could say that. I'm allowed to. There's a concerning like speaking to females. 'Cause I'm allowed to speak to females now, right? Say what's good. Hey, oh, I can't even say I love someone, right? Without it becoming like a decades long spiritual struggle. He did it. He did. He did it. Oh, she heard me. She did. Yes, she heard me, and there's evidence that she was affected by what I said and what I said. But I want her to hear me, right? I love you. Okay? See, there's the logistics of love and there's the logic of love. The logic of love has a lot to do, there's a lot of reasons. Say, why do I love you? Because I love you because secret whispers of the heart. I love you because the more secret whispers of the heart. And I love you because some more secret whispers of the heart, you know? And maybe I'll learn some things with logic. Because failing a logic class kind of personal. Like, what does it mean for something to be mutually exclusive? What is logical consistency? I know what a contradiction is, right? A lot of other fallacies and logical problems I should probably learn. Because saying the same one is logical, right? It's not the same as being reasonable. If you say someone is just being reasonable, just saying that, oh, your reasoning is acceptable and it's not crazy. Okay, that's what reasonable means, right? You say someone's being logical. It means that okay, you at least know that true statements don't lead to a false conclusion. So you know that, and I just assess what somebody's saying and say, okay, that's kind of logical. But then when you say someone's being logical, you're actually using actual logic. You know, that's something else. So do we want love to legit be putting together some very serious arguments? You know, you can even name somebody love, right? As per Yoruba culture, the name love in Yoruba means Ife, right? Ila Ife, the land of love. Why Yoruba people so mean though? Why Nigerians so mean? A lot of mean Nigerians. I think maybe it's just kind of culturally they just like expressing themselves that way. It doesn't mean that they're actually. that mean and bad on the inside. Anyway, we're in America, right? The logistics of love, right? You know, kind of been that's something I know. I know she felt me with that, right? That's something that entered her heart. You know, understand the that's why I'm saying that. Who am I speaking to? I know who I'm speaking about, right? That's something that affected her heart. She liked what I said, you know. But how did I get love to her? Did I get love to her? I was, what type of love did I communicate? You know, the communication is the pathway, right? Yeah, yeah. Love can get stuff to you.